Hi, thanks so much for being here. Welcome or welcome back. This video is about my new Commonplace notebook. I wanted to just chat a little bit about the setup and how I'm going to be using it nowadays. So if you're interested, I hope you stick around. A few months ago, actually almost a year ago, I started Commonplacing here and there, and I started testing out different notebooks and different setups and stuff like that. I will link a short playlist of all the ways I've tried to Commonplace in case you happen to be interested in trying to learn of ways that you can do this yourself. This time around, I wanted it to be a little bit less structured. I wanted it to be a system that I can update, add and remove things as I go, and just make it just a tiny bit more compact. I used to use an A5 size notebook, and this time around I decided to go for my TN size setup. This is the retro leather from the Moterm line. This is not necessarily from the Traveler's Factory, but it's the same size. It fits their sizes and the standard TN insert sizes. And I went with it because I didn't want it to necessarily invest too much, but I still wanted it to be something nice to look at and feel. I wanted it to feel luxurious. And I found that the Moterm had this line, and it's a little bit more affordable, I think, from the other regular TN size covers. Not sure exactly why. I don't know if it is because it's the retro line version. Have no idea if that has anything to do with it, but I do enjoy the setup, how it feels. It just feels super soft and nice to feel to use. It does have a lot of marks of wear and tear, and I do enjoy seeing that because it feels like I'm using it. So definitely one that I will continue to keep in my stash. I did get it back in 2022 actually, and I have used it in 2023 for a period of time to hold my Hobonichis and then some inserts, and then I just kind of put it away, and then here we are in 2025 and I'm using it again, and this time I am using it as my Commonplace holder. So I call it my Commonplace holder because the actual Commonplace is happening obviously in the inserts that I have in here. And then once I am done with the inserts that I am using in here, I am planning on collecting them in a separate place where I can collect them by topics, which is the original method of the Commonplace. I'm not going to go into too much detail on it because I'm pretty sure you've heard about the definition of what the Commonplacing is, but basically it started just like that, like a collection of topics and research and notes and ideas and everything that was research, I guess, back then, and it was collected in groups that had to do with the same topic in a group of notebooks and stuff. So nowadays a lot of people use the Commonplace method in their own way, whatever works for them. In my case, my Commonplacing, it has to do a little bit of everything, but it does have its own sort of theme. So quickly, I'm just going to go through it. This is a retro Moterm TN size cover. I will link it below in case you happen to be interested in checking it out. I will add my affiliate link. You don't have to necessarily use it, but I will be truly grateful if you do support me in that way. I have here some inserts that came in some orders that I made a long time ago. I cannot remember if this is truly from the TN factory, the Traveler's Factory shop, but I did get them from Amazon. This is the cardboard folio here where I'm using it to hold some stickers and some stuff that from our trip to Japan. I have this newspaper that I got at the Traveler's Factory when we were in Tokyo, and I've kept it because I love reading through it every now and then. Then I have this pocket. This is a pocket folio again that I got from Amazon. It is not from the brand, but it works just fine. Then I have some picture holder here and another pocket here. This is clear that came with, I believe it came with the craft folio. Everything that I can remember where I got it, I will link it below in case you happen to be looking for something similar. This grid insert, I got it in the Traveler's Factory directly in Japan when we were in Tokyo, I believe, the Tokyo shop. And I've been saving it for something special. And I decided this time that I'm just going to use all of them. I pulled a few of them. I pulled this one as well. And I started to use it as my visual memory keeping. So I started just making some doodles and stuff about the months, like a highlight for each month for the year. But then I decided to put it away for now because I'm not necessarily enjoying the blank. It's like completely blank page, and it's not necessarily my favorite for, even if it is for doodling. It's I don't know, I'm not feeling it. I don't know why. So I'm going to put it aside for a little bit until I decide that I want to try it again. And this time I'm using just one insert from the Traveler's Factory, and this is a collection of different things, but I'll go through it in a minute. I just wanted to show you this other one right here, which is the next portion of this setup. So I have it set up like this, where this folio here, the craft pockets, it's holding only one insert, in the other pockets that to hold my stickers and anything else that I want to hold in place. And then I used this Hobonichi notebook that was an A5 size, and I cut it down very poorly, as you can see, down to the TN size. I do have to fix it, and I can fix it. I just haven't had the chance to sit down and do that. And I did cut it out super fast. My son started using it for like random notes, and he has many other notebooks. So I decided to grab this one back and make it just a notebook to have in here for additional notes. So if I do happen to fill in this one fast, I might just move into this one, or I might decide to use that one for something else. But it's just an idea. If you happen to have a notebook that you like, that you might want to use as an insert, then you can just do that. Just cut it to size and use it as a backup or as your main planner or notebook for whatever it is that you're doing. In this case, obviously, we're talking about Commonplace. So since this one has more pages, maybe I can use it longer. I believe it's 180 pages. I can't remember actually. I got this notebook a while ago. I gave it to him because I was not using it, and then I decided to take it back and cut it down. So here we are. Okay, so the one insert that I have at the moment happening in here, it's holding a little bit of everything. So I wanted it to be about any interests that cross my mind that I want to research a little bit more on. So I have a little key here for colors, and I'm not necessarily using the dots all the time. I can mix it with some colors. So I have some markers in here, for example, that look about the same color as a dot. So I can just use the marker to make my own DIY dot, and just to kind of give you an idea if you don't happen to have that, this little marked dots. So the first area is for personal. This one is about anything that has to do with my person, my body, my mind, my self-care, anything that has to be with me. I do put it under this color. Then I have health, so anything that's blue. If I don't know, if I need some kind of care that has to do healthcare, then I have to, I don't know what example to give you, but if I had to start on a certain diet for something that has going to help me with my health, it's probably going to go there. Then I have finances, green. Then I have a reddish color for media and content, and I basically just base that color in YouTube because that's the main area that I focus. And then books, so this is like a brownish color. In this, anything quotes and stuff related that has to do with books, it's about, I use the same key throughout my planners or very similar. So red is always going to be anything content related, YouTube mostly. Green is always finances, blue is always health, and pink is always personal. And then books, I switched it from blue to this brownish because the blue was too close to the health one and I didn't want it to get it confused. And I started with my first notes. I got into listening to this doctor that has a channel about how to make healthier choices and heal with food or something like that. I know that he has like a quote or a tagline along those lines. I will link his channel below. I love listening to his videos. It's super educational, and the way that he explains, it's super easy to follow along and make notes while you're at it. So I went ahead and started my own notes in here about what to eat, but not to eat, and for different things like for bloating or headaches and stuff like that, things that you can eat that can help you. So this is for that. And then I went in and did some other personal notes. This is like how to care for different areas of my body. So like my hair, what am I taking to make sure that my hair is stronger, my nails, my face, my skin, my legs, etc. There's continuations about the same, but this one, it's from a different source. So I started kind of like a new page, even though it is the same information or the same topic. Then I started talking here about money. I love listening to Ramit Sahi. I think it is how you pronounce his name. I love the way that he explains money. It's just a little bit more approachable and fun and not as boring as if you traditionally try to learn about investing and all that stuff. So I started listening to, I have his book since last year, so now I'm redoing and revisiting the things and making sure that everything is going according to plan. So I went ahead and did a cheat sheet here with that, and then some of the information that I don't want to share because it's about investing and stuff like that. So I covered that one. And then I went ahead and I purged out a lot of my washi tapes and stickers, not stickers, but washi tape mostly. I printed out because I had a drawer full of stickers that I truly never used. I did a video about how I organize my stationery in just one place, living in tiny. So if that is listed, I will go ahead and add it below in the description in case you happen to be interested in that kind of behind the scenes peek at my stationery setup. But at that same day, I did the purge in that drawer, and I only kept the ones that I really loved and that I have been using and that I know that I will use, and everything else I donated it. So from here, there's a collection of different washi tape from different places. A lot of them have been given to me as a collaboration. The ones from the washi tape shop, they sent this to me last year in a bundle. So there's a lot of different ones in here, or I will add the list of the stickers in the description in case you happen to be looking for something for these specifically. So then we have, so what I did in here, just grabbed a piece of each of the washi tapes and I just created a collage here, and I wrote where I got them, and that way I can remember and add them, either decide to get them again or just keep it for reference and to remember what I had and where it was from. And then I wanted to continue some more money notes, and I started listening to a podcast, and I knew that I was going to use all of this space. So I left it before I started my next topic, but I didn't really finish the podcast, and I didn't want to go back and rewrite what I learned in the part that I did listen to. I didn't want to write it without actually going back and listening to the podcast. And I like to write at the same time that I'm listening to the podcast. So I might just go back and re-listen and then do the spread. And then I have a page here that I wanted to dedicate to AI agents. I know that's a big thing right now. And since I am completing my master's in digital marketing, this AI, it's something that we are very focusing on, and I like to just learn about what's going on and what's new. So I wanted to dedicate a page for it. And then I created a spread for stickers that I am going to be creating for my Patreons. So I have a few samples in here that I don't necessarily going to make all of these, but I did wanted to have a sample of what I want to share with you, and everything has to do with planning and just making it fun and making fun of ourselves, but also reminding ourselves that taking our time and taking a break and stepping back and all that stuff, procrastinating, it's also part of the process. So that's that. And that's the last notes that I have in here. So as you can see, everything goes in the pages, but it has to do with more of my interests and what I'm at the moment. So I'm interested lately in my health, finances, creativity, and just collection of my stationery. So those areas are the ones that are like lingering around. Like every time I have a chance, I look for a podcast or a book or another video from another creator that has to do with this, so something similar to those topics. So when I have that urge of listening to anything like that, I pull my notebook out and I start making notes. And this started last week, so it's been only 1 week and I already have a few pages in here. So I can see it growing, and I can see this becoming its own collection eventually. So I can see that I can collect a few of these inserts and create a whole bunch of inserts that have to do with the similar topics. If, for example, at some point I become very interested in just AI, I will probably create an insert that is only dedicated to digital marketing and AI, and then I will make that its own collection. So this one is like the main of everything, and once I start picking up into or getting more interested in one specific topic, they probably move it away and make it its own interest. But for now, since I'm starting again on the commonplacing sort of thing, I want to allow myself to just have one, so I don't feel like too overwhelmed to have too many going on at the same time. Like, for example, I don't want to feel like if I'm going to talk about AI, I have to pull a different notebook and start writing on that one. And if I'm going to talk about my health, then I have to pull a different insert and write on that one. I want to make sure that everything is just in one place, and then from there I will start allocating where they go and if I decide to separate them or not. Now for AI, for example, I don't have necessarily a category in here because it's not something that I was thinking when I first started the insert. So I think I might just create its own category, and I might call it education or learning or education career, something like that. I don't know exactly how to call it, but I'll probably add another category for it because I can see it as being its own collection at some point. Yeah, I have some stickers in here. I have some cards and stuff that I have collected around places that we've been to. This is a bakery that I visited in Jacksonville, Florida a while ago, and it was super cute. It is like mini downtown area. It in the actual cafeteria. It's so sweet and easy to just go in there and unwind, and I don't know, it was a super beautiful place. So I will link it below if I can find their place and you happen to be in the area, so you can go ahead and give them a visit. Then I have a quote here, and I have some post stamps, I guess, stickers that I've got in Daiso that I like. I love how these look. To me, they look like very vintagey, and I like it. I like to use these when I am writing a note to myself, and I pretend that it's a letter to myself. So I use those for that. And then I have here my pencil holder that I've got from Amazon. I can't remember where. And then I don't know how to call this. It's like a guide from the Travelers Company. They gave you one of these when you order something at the store or you purchase something at the store. So I kept it here. This was from the Tokyo station, and I love flipping through it every now and then. I also use it as my page marker sometimes when I am coloring or something and I don't want the ink or anything to transfer to the next page, or if I want to find it quick, I just use it as that. I have here some stickers and some more dots, color dots for the key, the categories. I have more stickers in here that I have been storing away for a while that I started using in Japan, and I never finished these sheets. So I decided to just put them in here this time, and hopefully this time around I can use them. Even if it is just for commonplacing, I can still add some stickers and make it fun. And what else in here? I have this page, it's a page marker because you can use it as a tab to find your page, but it's also a pencil board. And I've got this one in a Hobonichi store at, I want to say it was Tokyo as well. I got it when I've got my Hobonichi olives in Japan, and I just wanted it because it was the One Piece theme and I like One Piece. Here we are. I don't necessarily use it, I just kind of look at it when I open this. And some pictures in here. I have here, I don't think I have anything in here. Oh yeah, I have extra washi tapes, and I went ahead and the same ones that I created the spread that I showed you, I went ahead and cut a few strips so I can have them available for when I'm planning. The only one that I didn't cut all of them was the seasons from the washi tape shop because she has a lot. So I just cut the ones that relate more to the season that we are at the moment, and I will pull out more as we go. And then I have this little marker ruler, I don't know how to call it. This is from Grabby, from one of their subscription boxes. I love that, so I keep it in there to use it every now and then. And then I have one of those calendars just to see where we are, notes, and the traveler's notes paper that I showed you. And then I decided to go ahead and add some stickers in here. So whatever I found around through my stash when I was cleaning that I decided I was ready to give it a use, I put them in here. So I got this one in Japan. I got these in California when I went to the Google offices, and I think I got this one when we were traveling through Florida at some point. And yeah, that's it. And then this one from the Starbucks grocery in Tokyo. I don't think I will use that one. I would just definitely keep on moving it around through my pages and my notebooks as I go. And then lately what I've been doing is using the Travelers Company clip to hold the pages that I'm at. So in here, I don't want to hold it in here because I think this is too fragile. It's very soft. So I do grab these and hold it together so I can get to my page faster. And I was holding my pen in here, but it's a pain to take it in and out because of how it is. This is loose. It doesn't matter how I put it. It's super tight in here, but for some reason it's just hard to use it. So most of the time I just do this. But lately I've just been grabbing the pen and putting it in there, and I'll just close this. And that's what I do. But yeah, I hope that in some way this video is helpful to you if you happen to be thinking about restarting your Commonplace or resetting it in a more approachable way, less strict and a more customizable way. I can see myself using this one for a while and then switching things around. The good thing about this is that you can just take out the inserts that are not working or they're full or that you decide not to use at the moment, and you can take them out for a little bit and then decide when you feel like you want to add it, just like this one. I wanted to share this with you because I know that a lot of my viewers like the commonplacing methods and just look for ideas, and I hope that this idea helped you in some way. Yeah, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.